When the young boy steps onto the stage, the audience sees only a small figure with wide eyes and a shimmering jacket that glints under the powerful studio lights. His steps are careful, almost hesitant, as though he's trying to make himself smaller in the massive space of the AGT stage. The judges watch him with polite curiosity, expecting another sweet, simple performance from someone his age. The moment he reaches his mark, he takes a deep breath, gripping the microphone with both hands as though it anchors him. His voice is soft but steady when he introduces himself, and there's a ripple of interest when he says his name is Michael. The judges smile, amused, thinking it's a coincidence, until he adds that he has something important to share before performing. His face shifts from nervousness to determination, as if he's switching into a different version of himself. The audience grows quiet, sensing something deeper behind his gentle tone. The camera zooms in on his small hands trembling slightly, the glitter on his jacket catching the light. Although he looks fragile at first glance, there's a spark in his eyes hinting at confidence waiting to burst through the moment the performance begins. As the lights dim, the massive screens behind the stage come alive with a soft glow, revealing a montage of the young boy's life. The first image shows him in a small bedroom filled with posters of legendary performers, a hairbrush in hand as he practices singing in front of a smudged mirror. His voice narrates gently, explaining how he grew up surrounded by music, how his parents played old records that filled the house with rhythm long before he understood what rhythm even meant. Another clip shows him tapping out beats on a table while doing homework, completely lost in his own world. The tone shifts as he talks about feeling different from other kids, how he often struggled with fear and pressure, and how music became the place where he felt safe. His voice trembles as he describes the moments when he doubted himself, when stage fright made him freeze, and how he worked every day to push past those fears. The audience watches closely, moved by the quiet bravery in his words. The final shot shows him practicing alone under a single lamp, determination on his face, revealing that his performance tonight is more than talent, it's a personal victory. The moment the music drops, the atmosphere in the theater changes instantly. A crisp beat pulses through the speakers, and the boy's posture shifts from timid to electric. His shoulders loosen, his chin lifts, and without warning, he launches into movement with a precision that makes the audience gasp. His feet glide across the stage as if the floor were made for him alone. Every pop of his arms, every slide of his shoes lands perfectly on the beat, sharp yet effortless, as though rhythm flows naturally through him. The judges lean forward, their expressions transforming from polite interest to stunned disbelief. One of them actually mouths the word, "Wow," unable to look away. The camera follows the boy as he spins cleanly, the sequins on his jacket scattering light in every direction. Even though his movements echo the style of iconic performers, he adds a playful energy that's entirely his own, youthful, bright, and fearless. The audience begins clapping along, drawn into the energy he builds with each step. What started as a quiet moment has erupted into a full display of unexpected talent, and by the time he hits his final beat, the entire room feels the shock of witnessing something extraordinary from someone so young. The instant he lands his final spin and strikes a bold freeze pose, the theater erupts as if a spark has ignited the entire audience at once. People leap to their feet, shouting, clapping, and cheering with a force that seems to shake the room. The roar is so loud that the boy blinks in surprise, his chest rising and falling as he tries to catch his breath. For a moment, he stands completely still, overwhelmed by the sudden wave of admiration washing over him. One judge covers her mouth, eyes wide with disbelief, while another leans back in his chair, laughing in pure shock and excitement. It's clear they expected a sweet performance from a shy 9-year-old, not the level of confidence and skill he just unleashed. The cameras sweep across the crowd, capturing people pointing toward the stage, nodding, and shouting as if they've just witnessed a star being born. The boy's nervousness melts into a timid smile, and his eyes glisten as he absorbs the reaction he never imagined he would receive. The standing ovation continues long after the music stops, filling the room with energy that feels almost magical, as though everyone knows they've just witnessed something unforgettable. As the applause slowly begins to settle, One of the judges leans forward, her voice gentle but filled with emotion as she tells the young boy how extraordinary his performance was. She praises not only his rhythm and skill but the courage he showed by standing on such a massive stage and sharing a piece of himself with the world. The boy listens with wide eyes, still catching his breath, his hands clasped tightly in front of him as if trying to hold all his emotions in place. There's a brief pause, just long enough for the audience to breathe with anticipation, before the judge suddenly rises from her seat and slams her hand down on the golden buzzer. The familiar sound echoes through the theater, and in an instant, the entire stage explodes with golden confetti. The boy flinches, stunned, then lets out a tiny gasp as shimmering pieces fall around him like a dream come to life. His shock is pure and unfiltered. His mouth drops open, eyes watering as he looks from the buzzing button to the cheering judges and back to the raining gold above him. One judge rushes onto the stage to hug him, while the audience rises again in a thunderous ovation. In that moment, the shy 9-year-old transforms completely, standing in the middle of a glowing storm, realizing his life has just changed.